Right, so just do a quick walk round. This is the dog's lair. They do use that, well, sometimes. They're getting a bit too big to have both of them in there, but... here's the boys. Say hello, boys. Nothing? Well, right, now we leave this open. I mean, that's that box in there, that's got to go up to Teddy's, that's a car park. Even if it's chucking it down, for some reason they just don't go in it, so we just leave it open anyway. You've got your wood store here that we've just put a few logs ready. Your covers there. Your dog food's in that one. We put a bin in there and put the dog mess in there, keep the top on it, keeps the smell out. Right. Let's come out of the Guardian's residence. Try and do this in the logical order. So the first thing I would say is this here. You can just see there's a little it feeds into a little water feed, goes into the little bassin, which then feeds the main round one. This is fed from that round one in the middle. It goes under the ground, drops into here, but there's a bit of an issue. As you can see, it's not trickling that well. Well, what happens is sediment gets stuck. So this is where this thing comes in. So what I'll do, there's a hole there, see it go in. You have to keep jabbing it like that, and I'll show you in a second. You'll start to see how right, okay. If you look now, see what's happening. So it's starting to come out. It actually does slow to a strong trickle, but that's because there was dust and sediment in it. So put the cover back on. In fact, if you look inside now, all the water's going. There you go. Okie doke. That's the first idiosyncrasy. And this pole, I'll show you where you get it from. So as we're going into what we call a sous-sol now, you've got 3 ponds, well, whatever they are. There's fish in each of them. Okay, into the sous-sol. So this bar goes here. Okay, so there you've got a leaf vac. Well, you've got 2 actually. You got actually these. You might need these. These are the great big long 50-meter leads, power leads. This is Teddy's workshop where you can get tools and whatnot. 1 second, put the lights on. There's all sorts of tools: screwdrivers, step ladders, grinders, well, all sorts really. It's not exactly orderly, but right. Tumble dryer there. Big freezer you can use. Oh, the fish food is in this. You have to keep it in this. Right, we're going to show you where the washing machine is. Right, this suits. So what they want every day is at least 1 door opening. I know that the middle one there, it's shut at the minute, but normally I keep it open because they like to have the air coming in, just to keep it stuff from going moist and, you know, foosty. So through into this room, 1 second, put the light on. Oh my word. Where's the light? There we go. Right, washing machine there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Right, just put this light on here as well. Right, now this is the main electrical room. As you jump to that, there is the boiler for the chateau. When they've gone, that switch on the wall has to go down. So that's pretty much it. in here has come out. Right. Okey-doke. Right, next idiosyncrasy. This sometimes you might see, you'll come out and water will be coming over the edge here. Now it's a pretty simple problem. It gets a vacuum in the here. So all you need to do is just get this thing there that's left there. Just jab it in and out the overflow a couple of times, and then the vacuum releases, and then I'll show you where it comes out. Hey dogs. That is the swan garden. Nothing to report there. Right, the overflow for those ponds next door I've just showed you comes into there. There's a what do you call Wat de Regard, and then a pipe runs underground, and there comes up there. Now you'll just see a little hole there. That's where the overflow, it comes up, runs along this into here, exits down there, and I'll show you now where it comes out. Oh, just thinking there. Oh no, don't need to show you that. Right. Okay, oh, there's that tree. Right, this is generally the gardening shed, or tellier number 1, as Ted likes to call it. So, this is where your gardening stuff is. Electric hedge cutters, that's really good, that Ryobi, but you'll need obviously the big long leads. Your Stirlings chainsaw works perfectly. That's the fuel there, it says mix. Now your strimmers, there's two different. You've got your brush cutter, which is your grey one, and then your red strimmer. They're two different mixes. Your red one is 1 to 25, and then your grey is 1 to 40. Now this, when I first got it, is dead confusing, because it says on the box, on the actual thing, it says gasoline up to there and add your oil. Well, it's not strictly true. If you read the other side, 1 to 25, you fill the petrol up to there, and then you fill the oil up to the 600. 1 to 40, there's a little line just above it, if you look carefully. You fill your petrol up to there, and then you fill the oil up to 600. I spent ages trying to work out what was wrong with these trimmers, and that was the problem. Right, this mower's absolutely amazing. It's just a push one, but it honestly, it just goes and goes and goes. Oh, you've got a leaf blower there as well. We've got a leaf blower on, 2 leaf blowers. The big green one's great. There's nothing else in here. Oh, this thing, this brush cutter, you can take the head off and put the chainsaw one on. It goes on the end, and that's pretty good. Now this is got to go back. It runs great. The only thing is this lever is supposed to engage the back wheels, and we think a little belt's snapped. So Kevin's coming to take that back. Now also, I'll show you after the ATV. The ATV goes in here. It cannot be left in the rain, because it just does not like it. If you're going to leave it in the rain, you have to tarp it up, but it's easier to just stick it in here. Just think. Oh yeah, I'll just show you this. This is water that's running. It runs everywhere, and because it's that dusty around here and loads of leaves, you can get blocked up, and like this bit here, sometimes you'll come and it'll be overflowing. In fact, it looks like it's starting to overflow now. No, it's not. See all the leaves? Move the leaves out of the way, and it allows the flow to come through a bit better. That goes down under the ground because the gravity comes up into there, into this little feeder. That feeds into this bassin. And I'll show you the problem, what happens sometimes with this one. It's down here. There's a chalet down there, but it's unfinished, so don't even bother with it. Okay. So the exit channel gets blocked on this side. See, there's a stick there already. There. So what you have to do is get your stick, just jab it through like that. In fact, it's starting to run better already, if you notice. So that's that one. I'll show you the water shut off now. The main water shut off for the whole place. I don't think you'll have to bother with it though. It's a great big thing in the corner of this field. You go to the corner and it leads out onto where the Canal de Marseille is. And there's a great big wheel that you turn, that shuts everything off for this place. But Kev's put an isolation valve in atelier number 2, so you probably won't even have to bother with that. This is only if there's a leak and it's bad. I mean, we've never had anything where we've had to turn the water off as of yet. But apparently Kevin said that in the winter here it can get pretty cold through the night. You can get a frost, so we've got to watch out for the valves. So I'll just show you atelier number 2, which I was gonna insulate it all, but Ted's told me not to just at the moment. I'm not sure why, but right. So in atelier number 2, there's the filtration system and the UV gadget cleaner, whatever it does. 2 isolation valves, if you notice. One there, one there. That shuts the water off to everywhere. That's actually coming from the Canal de Marseille, which is why it's going through the filtration system, so you can drink it out the tap. I think that's it for here. Right, this is another sometimes problem area. Right. So sometimes the calcium in the water here is unbelievable. So sometimes and even the leaves, it gets clogged up there, so it starts coming over here. So just give that a unclogging and it just starts to run through. That feeds where I just showed you before. Let's go up here. I mean, obviously you can have a bit of an exploit yourself anyway. It took us about 3 weeks to get our bearings. I mean, it is growing. Oh, look at that. We cut that. What was it the other day? Can't even remember how quick it's growing. Right, so Kevin's coming in, like I said, in a couple of weeks. He's going to take that Tunders to get it fixed. And there's 2 sit and ride mowers in here, which he's going to come and get running as well, which is obviously going to be a lot easier. So unfortunately, we've not been able to use them. Right. There's a bath there. Right, there's this little trailer. I've used it a few times. There's another trailer that I use. It's up to you. I prefer the longer one because you get more in it. Once the log splitter is back up and running, you can either use that with the ATV to drag your wood round, or I'll show the other one after, but I'll just show you where the log splitter is. Right, here's the log splitter. We got it running. This thing, I found out that was a problem. So I had to bypass that. So once it's up and running, these don't work. Once you plug it in, it just comes on. But the first time we used it, while we were cutting the wood, it's just jammed in that position the motor's stuck on. So we've mentioned it to Ted, so I've stripped it down. I mean, it's not my sort of area of expertise, but I fixed the switch, but there's nothing I can do with the motor. I'm not really cut out for that. But so this, I think Kev will probably come and get this running because he's pretty good at all that sort of stuff. If not before then, Ted might have got somebody out to come and get it sorted. But if we go, we'll go back through here. So this is the way I brought the wood up. So up here with the ATV, with this trailer that I'm going to show you now. So I'll drive it down here, because what I did was brought the wood up from the bottom. Oh, I should have shown you that really, where the wood is. You'll find it anyway. Brought it to that shed up there, where the woodcutter is, cut the wood, stuck it in the trailer, brought the ATV with the trailer down. I mean, it's a bit hair-raising at first, but it does fit. Down into here, through this tunnel. And these are the other keepers' cottages, these two here. You've got one there, and then you've got another one there. And I'll just quickly show you what they call the tapis vert. Now this is the only access you can get with a lawnmower. So it'll probably need two here to carry it. That's what we had to do. So Kaz cut it about 2 weeks ago. But look at them. I mean, they won't let us. We've cut bushes down and they've been a bit like, oh, just leave the bushes, just concentrate on the grass. Right, look at this. This is from the source, it's just constant. See it pouring out? That's from the source, just non-stop. And it feeds a little pipe there. Kevin's put that in. Which then feeds... Quick look. That there. Which feeds that. Which then goes... underneath. But to be honest, you don't need to. It goes into a little gully there. See all water there. But because there's a crack in the wall, it just comes out, so don't bother with that. Right, so back into the alleyway. This is where we walk the dogs, to be honest. Now you won't believe it, the other week this was spotless, not a leaf on it. Probably should have just left it, to be honest. Now when we first got here, you won't need to do it though. You have to water everything in pots. Any plants in pots, they like you to water, but I think you'll probably get away with that. You won't need to do that. So there's one hose that stretches down. Well, it does the top ones. Stretches down to these two here. You can just about get these two. And then you've got another hose which is maybe somewhere here. There it is. Got another hose down beside the ATV. There it is. Now this reaches all the pot plants round the bassin here. And there's the ATV. And that's the trailer. It's a bit knackered, but it does the job. So I need to show you how to start this. So, let's get on it. The key. This key. Leave the key in. As you turn it on, neutral. So see it comes green. Right. This is on run here. And that's your start. And that's your accelerator. You have to, when you start it, if just show you now. Accelerator. Accelerator, yeah. Right, you've got your reverse there. It doesn't like to go in gear on high revs, obviously. Then you've got this is your gear lever. So up. Right, it's in gear now. So I can just move it forward. I tend not to go up any more gears. It's just better off just plodding around here. You always have to make sure that you get it into neutral before you turn it off. See, it's gone back green again. Right, you can turn it off now. So all you do is off. This is your handbrake. See, it should lock into that. It does lock in. That's your handbrake if you ever need to use it. So let's have a look down here. I think that's about it for the minute. Oh yeah, one more thing. External socket for around here if you're thinking of doing the hedges. It's there on the wall. You've got a socket there, so with those orange leads you can get to all of the hedges. I did the alleyway hedges, so you won't have to do that. I don't think so. These might need a bit of a trim. It's up to you. They have grown quite a bit, to be honest, but when we first got it was that overgrown. I had to hack it back, which is why you've got little bits like that, but it'll grow back. I think that might be up to now. If you can think of anything else, I'll make another video, but hopefully that's a start. All right.